wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on the welfare. First ship them dope and let them deal to brothers. Give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. It's time to fight back, that's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark, now Huey's dead. I got love for my brother, but we can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. We gotta start making changes. Learn to see me as a brother instead of 2 distant strangers. And that's how it's supposed to be. How can the devil take a brother if he's close to me? I'd love to go back to when we played as kids, but things change, and that's the way it is. Come on, come on. That's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, oh yeah, yeah. I see no changes, all I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. I wonder what it takes to make this one better place. Let's erase the waste, take the evil out the people. They'll be acting right, cause both black and white are smoking crack tonight. And the only time we chill is when we kill each other. It takes skill to be real, time to kill each other. And although it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to see a black president. Oh, it ain't a secret, don't conceal the fact. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But some things will never change, never change. Trying to show another way, but you're staying in a dope game. Ooh, now tell me what's some other to do. Being real don't appeal to the brother in you. Yeah, you gotta operate the easy way. I made a G today, but you made it in a sleazy way. Selling crack to the kids, I gotta get paid. Well, hey, well that's the way it is. Come on, that's just the way it is. Changes, things will never be the same. That's just the way it is, the way it is. Oh yeah, yeah. Hear me, oh my, come on, come on, come on. That's just the way it is, just the way it is, the way it is. Things will never be the same, never be the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's just the way it is, way it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just the way it's done. Things will never be the same.
No texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
Check 1, 2, we are back. Come on, we are about to start the show.
Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. To the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh,
Let's
so
go.
tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I
Yeah, everybody tuning in tonight. I see you up. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe.
No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Yo. Hey. We are back. We are back.
You want to come home with me tonight? It's been a while.
So what is it this time? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Shout out to everybody that's out here tonight. Shout out to what's that? Job by Y5H7G. That's a very interesting screen name. Shout out to you. Shout out to MVP.X. Salute to everyone that's in the house tonight. Peace and salutations. I hope everyone had a very great holiday weekend that just passed, celebrating the 4th, celebrating the independence. And I hope everyone had a good time. I hope everyone ate good. I hope everyone saw all of your close families and friends. And I'm definitely hoping that you are striving to be the best version of yourself. Like, share, and subscribe. You are here of another edition of the Black Bottom Roscast. I'm your host, Ross Lee. We're here to bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and have a good time doing it. I know the last couple of Fridays I have not been online. I normally do my shows at 8:30 p.m. Central on Tuesdays and 10 o'clock p.m. Central on Fridays, but the last few weeks has just been a grind. I've just had other things to do. I'm sorry. I just hope that, whether or not I'm online, that you just check my archives, see some of my other, streams that I've done, and, try to get in where you fit in. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Hit that like button. Smash that like, smash that like, smash that like. Wherever y'all from, man, please put it in the chat. The chat line is open. Whenever you want to come on, all you got to do is say, "Hey, I want to get online in the chat." I'll shoot you the link. We can have conversations in real time. All I ask is that you don't be trolling me. Show yourself and just be respectful. Because we can get disrespectful on this platform. Okay, I'm just trying to tell. Hey, man, this ain't these other platforms, man. We're not tight nosed. We're not tight lipped. Um, we really want to express ourselves in the most adult fashion that we can. So I'm not even gonna go there and try to censor you too much. But just don't be, coming to my comment section, twerking, which is, just don't be coming in my comment section twerking. Just don't be disrespectful. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to react to. This is a reaction channel where we all can give our own opinions on what we're looking at, what we're viewing, what we're observing, and things of that nature. I know y'all saw the thumbnail. I know y'all saw the title. And this is some real spill right here. In order for us to be better, we got to know when we're wrong. There are times in life where you might think that you got it all set in stone, that can't nobody tell you nothing, can't nobody check you on anything, can't nobody tell you that you're moving in a way that shouldn't be. But the only way we're going to get better in life is when we really, truly admit when we're wrong at times in life. There are going to be times you're not going to be 100% correct. There's going to be times where you're going to make mistakes. There's going to be times when you make bad decisions. There's going to be times when you interact with the wrong kind of people. You're going to have to let some people go. All these things. But the one thing that we got to understand in order for us to elevate, and I'm talking to the men, we got to know when we're wrong. Us as men. We got to know when we make bad decisions. We got to know when we make bad choices. We got to know when we make a fashion risk and lose. And you're like, what were you talking about? Fashion risk. When you make a bad judgment call. When you thinking, this couldn't be that. This is not going to be that. It's going to be this because you thinking this situation or that individual or that scenario is going to be 100 until you find out the hard way that it's not. So you took a fashion risk and you lost. But that doesn't mean that you can't pick yourself back up and move forward. We're not perfect people. And if people expect us to live in perfection, then you have a short term of thinking. And it's just impossible. No one's going to walk this plane perfect. No one's going to walk this plane unaccountable for. No one's going to walk this plane and not understand that, yeah, I might have made a bad decision on a person, place, or thing. We just can't beat ourselves up for it when we make these bad decisions. It's hard to understand it. Sometimes we want to, but we have to learn how to pick ourselves up and be better individuals. Because that's the only way you're going to grow. Learn from your mistakes, correct the problems that might be, and then move forward. But there are some people out here that just don't know how to do that. So we're going to talk about a few of these scenarios. And you know, I always got to start off with a body cam for my man Heavy Gant. Shout out to Heavy Gant. If y'all not accustomed to his platform, it's Heavy Gant Reacts. He's on YouTube, he's on Patreon, but he's definitely on YouTube. Go over there, like, share, and subscribe to his platform. Um, Definitely put a comment in his comment section, tell him that the Black Bottom Broadcast sent you. But this is a perfect example of some of the things I've been talking about. And I'm going to explain this before I really get this video started. There is a major problem in the community, especially the Black community, right? Well, we have our children, our youth, moving and acting in a way that is beyond reproach. Their respect level and their quality of life mindset is not up to par. And it all starts from home. What children truly, truly need is for their parents to truly be involved, invested, and engaged in their life, regardless of what you got going on, regardless of what business you might have to tend to, regardless of what obligations you claim to have. If you're not truly into your children, like you're into everything else that you do as an adult, then you're only hindering their growth. You're only hindering their understanding to be a better version of you, because this is what we try to do. This is what we should try to do when we have children. You should want your children to be like you if you're on good things. You know what I'm saying? Let's be specific what we're talking about. You should want your children to be better than you in every way. But if you're not guiding them to do that, they're going to lead themselves in other situations, being unalived, being put in the prison industrial system, being strung out on drugs, being a bum, being lazy, being uneducated, being unenthused, being unmotivated. If you don't start that in the home, how do you expect them to, when they become young adults and adults, to have that? How do you expect them to learn? How do you expect them to conceive that they have to be productive in the world and understand respect and right and wrong and all of these things? How can you expect for these children to do that if you're not teaching them that? And what is paining me, the more and more I see like these body cams, these other different reaction channels, and they show, you know, the inner workings in a lot of our community, as far as in the Black community, I'm totally disgusted by it. I'm totally mortified. I'm totally insulted. I'm totally disappointed, because it's showing me that there are people out here that don't care about anything other than themselves. Now, before I get this started, I'm gonna just give you disclaimer. This is a woman that you're seeing right here, and you probably saw her on my thumbnail to the beginning of this live stream. This is a woman that goes to her children's public school, and because certain things don't go the way that she wanted to go, she really shows them how much of a problem she is. And then the sad thing of it is that she was wanting to get in a confrontational situation with the teachers there, and brought her teenage sons to come through. So just in case she wanted, the goon squad to regulate, they were regulate. With her younger children's school. So this is some sad shit. So I'm gonna let my man Heavy Gant, do this. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. You tune into the Black Bottom. Let's go.
Thing, guys. I don't just say it. I'm not just being hyperbolic. It's a real thing. It starts in the home, has always been true, and it's true today. And what you're seeing on the screen here is the architect of a lot of the dysfunction in our communities that we see every single day. Now, not the only architect, but one of the main ones. Eagle Eye Camp is the channel, guys. The link's in the description if you want to watch this without my commentary. My God, let's go.
You don't do that. You don't threaten a teacher.
She said they can get it. I mean, in the street, that means fighting.
She's liable to do, I don't know, whatever. And her kids are too. I got a baby at home, sir, okay?
Back off.
Please.
Back off.
On November 21st, 2025, on a typical school day, a mother arrived at Drew Elementary claiming she was there to defend her children. However, her concern quickly spiraled into a hostile confrontation with threats to swing on the entire staff.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Man, I don't see none of that. I'm
Let's
dead.
go right now.
Like I said, about my kids.
Let's go right now.
As long as you don't touch me, because
You
I
don't
ain't
touch
touch
me.
nobody.
If you don't touch
You
me,
too close to me. You too close to me. I ain't touch you.
I got
Watch out, bro. You getting
You hear how she's talking, right? You hear how she's acting. You see her mannerisms. This is the problem this is probably the number one reason why there are so many teachers that are giving up and trying to find something else to do in their career, because it's like more and more they have to deal with the dysfunctional behavior of children that come from broken homes, children that come from homes in chaos, children that come from homes with no structure, children that come from homes with no boundaries, no knowledge of self. We sit here and we celebrate in the Black community all of these other pagan ass fucking holidays, right? But when it comes to Black History Month, I can kind of understand about Juneteenth, because Juneteenth is a different kind of monster, and that'll be another video for another time when I really break down my whole opinion of Juneteenth and when y'all celebrate it. Because to be honest with you, June 19th is not when we was legitimately free from slavery. Okay. It was December the 6th of that year, because that's when the 13th Amendment came into existence. So you just do your history, and then you'll understand that Juneteenth is a fraudulent ass fucking holiday any goddamn way. Biden sanctioned for that to be the day that should be celebrated for Black Americans to celebrate their emancipation from slavery, when in fact they were still slaves in some parts. The Republicans had to go to Galveston, Texas to tell the motherfucking slaves that they were free, because they didn't tell them that. It was a few states that did not let the black people know that after the Civil War was over, and when Lincoln made the Emancipation Proclamation, that you was supposed to be free. But it didn't come into existence until they came up with the 13th Amendment. But like I said, do your history, learn how to read, and you'll be fine. Because knowing thyself is the greatest thing in the world out here. Knowing where you come from would really make you want to be better in where you're at. This situation, what we're about to witness right here, is the perfect example of what is holding our community back. The large majority of single black women, not all, but a large majority of them don't know what the fuck they're doing, especially when it comes to raising not only their young boys, but their children. Said, now I come to the chat and you're saying learn how to read. Yeah, some people do need to learn how to read because a lot of them don't. We have the lowest text scores of reading and math in the black community throughout the country in public school systems. I didn't fucking make it up, but that's just what it is. This new generation of children that want to do these teen takeovers and want to, do all this twerking on cars and loving this gangsta ass music. Half the motherfuckers couldn't read a whole paragraph. A lot of times, and God bless them for doing it, my church asked me to open up their service. So I have to read off an open service ceremony. So guess what I have to do? I have to read it. Some of y'all probably wouldn't even know how to read that, let alone some of the other announcements and other things that go on and the intricate things that happen in my church. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Let's go.
Getting too close, talking about long as I don't touch you. You act like you want to touch me. Come on with him.
Let's go.
I know my fucking right. Come on.
Matter of fact, you know what?
Talk to me. I don't want to get out.
Matter of fact, you know what?
I said what I said. I don't care. Okay, and guess what? I'm gonna come. I didn't want my kid. Y'all, look at me. Stop disrespecting my kids. This is why people parents come out here and do what the fuck they do. Cause y'all nasty. You ain't serving me shit. You suck my baby. Now you want to talk.
This is embarrassing, man. Do you see how this woman is acting? And this is a mother, right? But it's gonna get real real quick. Cause see, this is why I salute first responders, I salute policemen, I salute firemen, all of them, because the things that a lot of the police have to deal with, really, and this is why the Ben Crumps of the day, so-called Black Lives Matter and all these other whack ass groups that claim they have the best interests for the for the black community, but really what they really doing is taking money from the people and going off by their own business when the shit hit the fan. It's funny that they hate these kind of content, because this is the George Floyd effect. Like what I've always said before, ever since George Floyd, everyone felt, and even before that, everyone felt the policemen was just out here just knocking the heads off of all the colors. Yeah, I said it. You know, all the black people, they was just disrespecting and mistreating and stuff like that. Maybe in some cases, but those cases are far and in between. But when you really see body cams, you really see the interaction with it. And like I said, why I say it's the George Floyd effect is because they know now they can run amok and act a certain kind of way to try to egg these officers on to react in a way that they can get some kind of compensation. So all this is just bum bitch behavior. You know, it's just bum bitch behavior. Want to try to get a lawsuit, want to sue the city, want to sue the state, you know, whatever, the county, whatever the fuck it is. You know, try to get some money because you just a low hanging fruit ass nigga. Yeah, I said what I said. But anyway, let's go.
Tom, get the fuck away from me.
You know what? Come over here. Let me get your ID right now.
No.
Come over here right now.
No, I ain't under arrest. I ain't doing it.
Come over here right now.
Man, leave me alone, sir. Straight up, sir.
I'm telling you to stop right now.
I'm going home.
So you are. Come here. Come here.
So I'm giving you the ID.
Turn around.
Okay, I'm giving you the ID. Just chill. I got a baby at
Get
home,
over
sir,
here.
okay?
Back off.
Please.
Back off.
Move. I'm gonna give you the
Turn around.
Can I give you the ID?
All right, you doing all this with a baby at home, a child in elementary school, and two of your teenage boys with you. Are you fucking serious? Are you kidding me? Are you pulling my chain? This is how you move. Oh, it's about to get good. Y'all gonna. And then some people wonder in our community why other races look at us the way they look at us. Then you wonder why there are so many of us that's in the community are trying to get the fuck away from people like this in our community. But they're called lame, they're called sellouts, they call, I need to get the fuck away from you. That's what it's fucking called. I can't associate myself with people like this. I refuse to associate my children with people like this. Because guess what? Their children is just like that, if not worse. Oh, how are we going to fix these kids that's doing these team takeovers and they're doing all this destruction and shit like that? Look in the home. Brandon Johnson, you are a piece of shit. You have shitted on the legacy of Harold Washington. Hell, Jane Byrne. Hell, I'll give shout out to motherfucking John Daly, motherfucker. You ain't shit. The way that you have destroyed the city of Chicago is beyond reproach. The way you are handling the financial structure, the education, the youth development, after you are out of office, because you're only going to do one term. No one is going to vote for you again. It is over for you. I hope you stashed the money, stuck that shit in the sock, put it in your motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck. A couple mattresses, wherever the fuck you put it at. Once you get the fuck out of Dodge, you really need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because people gonna run you about the city, man. All the businesses that are shut down and closed down and packed up and moved out. How the taxes is out there. Y'all getting ready to lose the Bears. Y'all are fucking up out there, man. And that's just one city. This is in fucking Florida. And it's a major problem in how blacks are living out there. Financially, spiritually, mentally, economically. It's a major problem. But anyway, let's go.
Can I give you the ID?
Turn around. Turn around.
So what?
It ain't gonna happen to me. Okay. Back the f up.
Don't
Back
talk to
up.
my son
Back
like
up.
that. Let me give you the
Turn
ID.
around.
Here.
Turn around. Turn around. Now you're under arrest. How about that? Happy Thanksgiving.
Sir, I'm upset.
Turn
Do you
the
understand about my child?
Around.
That's messed up. They didn't do anything.
Turn
Did I
around.
not come out here and talk to them this morning? I didn't say I was gonna hurt them.
11 Jewel, they got one female
I
detainee.
said, please don't hurt
Let's go.
Gotti. Please.
Let's go.
I mean, them kids is on their way to prison. They on their way to prison. But this is your mother? How are you not going to be on your way to prison if this is your mother? And she's talking about her kids being disrespected. Like, what did they do to disrespect your little angels, ma'am? What did they do, to disrespect these future astronauts or engineers? What did they do?
Look,
Let's go.
baby, please, I don't want to do this.
You messed with the wrong deputy. You know that?
I heard that.
Every morning, bro. I say.
Well, you
every
ain't
morning.
talking to me right now.
I'm upset about my child.
All right, but this is the wrong way to do it.
Okay, then I
you
give
are.
you
This
my
is the wrong way to do it.
top for Gotti, Mom.
This is the wrong way to do it.
But I didn't say
Understand that?
Please, I just told
Just
them.
stop talking.
Can they stop doing what they
Stop
did to my
talking.
kids? But
See, this is a perfect example of some of us in our community that don't know how to conflict resolve. This is a perfect example of a lot of people in our community that don't know how to emotionally regulate themselves. This is a perfect example of people in our community that are just fucking plumb dumb stupid. Just do the most because they think they can get away with this shit. And because of certain laws and certain crimes that certain people commit, they give them slaps on the fucking wrist, man. Yeah, they got to go through the whole process and all this other bullshit, but there are too many things that need to be held accountable. It should be zero tolerance in law enforcement and in the law for a parent to go to their children's school and act a plumb fucking fool. It should be zero tolerance. That child need to get kicked out. You need to be banned from that location. And the word needs to get put out that you and your child is a fucking problem. So now that's a problem that you're going to have to figure out. And that parent needs to be held accountable as far as certain benefits getting taken away, certain privileges getting withheld, shit like that. I think a lot of these women, if they start getting held accountable to the fact that, they could lose their Section 8, they can lose their benefits, they can lose even their child support because they don't know how to act being the so-called, parent of the child, and that child don't know how to act in public. Yeah, they should be held responsible for it. Yes, sir. They should.
But did I not come out here just going in and talk to them?
What are they doing?
Stop talking. You understand?
Yeah. That's not cool. They get to treat these kids anyway. That's not cool. My kids get straight A's out of school. And y'all messing up their self-esteem out here.
Julia, whenever this time for, I got one thing to say.
All right, sir. I'm just trying to apologize. I got a newborn baby at home. I'm trying to get back. That's why I didn't want to.
Oh my God, she got a newborn baby at home, ma'am. And I'm sure that everything you do at home reinforces their self-esteem. I'm positive of that. Like, we can clearly see that this woman is making sure to reinforce and support her children's self-esteem, right? I think we can see that, can't we?
I was trying to get my newborn baby, please. I just want to, I can't talk to them. And they didn't do anything. My daughter came home crying, sir. Ow, my wrist. Ow!
This bitch crazy. What the fuck was that? What the fuck is this? What is she doing? Why is she acting like this? See, this is that bullshit, man. I keep telling you. These are the first teachers of our children. Brothers, we got to do better, man, in how we choose and vet and entertain or be with certain women. You got to, man. You got to. Even if I got to wait fucking 3-4 years before we even get anywhere close to wanting to be one unit, I got to see who the fuck you really are, man. Y'all we gotta stop. We gotta stop this. This has to be a study. This has to be studied. This has to be put on a more broader understanding in the space, so people can really see this shit. I know sometimes, some of us want to see, funny shit and, whatever, but I really want to bring content to really make you understand, brothers and sisters in the community. We need to do better. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for mine. We need to do better.
That would hurt. Oh. Okay.
Got a finger? Put that down. I got more units coming for these parents. Laying down.
I apologize, but I'm upset. My daughter came home crying. Sir, do you have kids, sir? Sir, do you have kids?
I do. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Sir, do you have kids?
I do.
My daughter came home crying. And that's not fair. My daughter came home crying. That hurt me.
Yeah, it's completely fair that your daughter came home crying.
And life's not fair. So shut the fuck up, suck it up. What your child do to put herself in a position that she came home crying? What, she was acting up? Did someone bully her? Oh, that could be a thing. What, she had a bad grade? The teacher wasn't tolerating her tantrums in the classroom, so she had to reprimand her and punish her. I mean, what happened? You're being very vague in why your child came home crying. You didn't explain why. So we don't know why. All we could do is speculate. But who's to say, seeing how you act, seeing how you carry on, that your kids don't do the same thing? Ain't that a kick in the head?
And sometimes kids cry. It happens. If you were a kid, you cried before too. It's not the end of the world. But what I didn't hear is what the school did to offend her little angels. And if you know a teacher, especially if you know a teacher that teaches in the hood, especially if you know a teacher like a lot of these schools in our community that are it's high crime and a lot of violence in the community, you know what those teachers are going to tell you, like what their main obstacle is? It's parents. It's not really the children, it's the home that the children live in. It's trying to tell little Darquavius that you need to turn your work in. You can't come to class late. You can't hit people. Oh, you have rules like everybody else. And then this person shows up and wants to throw hands. This person shows up and says, you're disrespecting me. This vile, disgusting individual shows up. And look at her. Look at her. I mean, I'm sure she loves her kids in her own way, but she brought her 2 teenage sons into harm's way up to the school to fight who? Some teachers?
I come here every day. I'm the good dog talking to y'all. Can you understand me, please?
That's a person that's a piece of shit to have actually done that. You brought your 2 teenage sons to come up there to throw hands on teachers that your younger daughter goes to at the school. Are you fucking serious? Do you see what I'm talking about right now? Do you understand why I am so hell-bent on not allowing my younger daughters to hang out with certain little girls at their schools? Because I see their mothers. Because I pick my babies up from school every day. And I observe. I watch. I watch all whoever comes to pick up their children from school. I observe how they move. I observe how they look. Yep. I observe how they act. And then I make my assessments. And if certain students are doing certain things, I understand because they parent, their mother or their father, or both, move a certain kind of way that isn't in alignment with how I want my children to grow up. So yeah, I'm gonna check a lot of things. I'm gonna be on it. A bitch like her, if my babies went to a school with her child and this bitch were up, walking up on this shit, especially if her child has a confrontation with mine, oh, me and her gonna have problems. Me and her are gonna have some issues. I'll take the day in jail with a bitch like this. I'm not trying to incite violence. I'm sorry if y'all might think that, but I'm gonna protect mine at all costs. That's how any parent should be. But I'm gonna do it respectfully. But if I see some fuckery going on, I gotta step in. I gotta regulate that. I gotta stand firm as a man and as a father. So fuck what y'all trying to say. As long as it's just, I'm gonna act accordingly. If I see injustice, I'm gonna act accordingly. If I see disrespect, I'm going to act accordingly.
Put your foot in, okay? We'll talk in a minute. Understand? Yeah. What's your name? Aisha. You know who I am, right?
I speak to you all the time.
What's my name?
Well, I don't remember. It's like 2 minutes. I speak to you every day.
I'm here every day. If you had an issue with a teacher here,
you seen me come this morning, right?
But you never came to me.
I know, because I spoke to
you. Don't do that. You don't do that. You don't threaten a teacher.
Because as soon as I spoke to her, no, I didn't threaten the teacher. I would start yelling because she called you, and I said, that's not fair. Now you calling the police? I said, up. I said, because my daughter come home crying because what y'all did to her. My daughter came home crying.
What they?
You lying ass bitch.
That's sad because all y'all say y'all love my daughter and she came home crying. That's not fair. My kids make good grades in this school. I don't have a problem with anybody.
Just because they make good grades does not mean that they can misbehave. School is not just about good grades. School is about behavior. School is about relationships and being able.
And how a lot of these schools are, they're not really testing these children. They're giving them good grades to get them to fuck about their class. The reading and math skill level in the Black community is at an all-time high. To whereas at one point we was one, if not neck and neck with other races decades ago when it came to education. You bitches, you single moms, you welfare moms, you child support recipients are failing your children. You're too busy trying to get a bag, check a bag, get this designer, get this hairstyle, get this bullshit makeup, get this bullshit, these bullshit eyelashes, get this bullshit car that you're gonna run in the ground because you don't take care of vehicles well. You're gonna focus more on that than your children's education. The numbers don't lie. Y'all are failing y'all children in the worst fucking way. Women like her, not all, but women like her is fucking up the community.
To socialize with other human beings. Your kids ain't just there to make good grades and then terrorize everybody else. That is a very, very poor parenting perspective. And that's what a lot of poor parents do. A lot of bad parents, this is what they do, is they say, hey, Darquavius, if you can get straight A's, then you can smoke weed. If you can get straight A's, you don't have to have no curfew. If you get straight A's, you can get into fights and you can have guns and all this old dumb shit because you get good grades.
But you don't go about the way you handle it. That's not the way you do it. You understand?
Because she tried to get me off, and I just want to go to the office and
Are you listening to what I'm telling you?
Yeah. That's
how you handle it. That's not the way you do it. If you have a problem with anybody over here, you set up a conference.
That's sad.
You come talk to me.
My kids make good grades
Okay?
at school.
You come
and
talk to
y'all-
me.
and they
I'm the
don't
school
do
resource
it.
officer. If you have any problems with anybody
So why
here,
don't tell me that?
you come to me.
You don't. I would like to hear her kids read out loud. Maybe they do make good grades. Good for them. Good for them. Listen, dog. All this, I need to get.
That's exactly what I just said earlier. I want to see them read 2 paragraphs straight out. If they're such great students, if they're such intelligent souls, and they're just being victimized, and everyone's picking on them because they're black and they got nappy hair and whatever the fuck. I want to hear them read. Period, point blank. Read 2 paragraphs and I'll shut the fuck up. Read them flawless. Enunciate and pronounce every fucking word. And I'll shut the fuck up. And hell, she probably can't even read 2 fucking paragraphs. So what am I talking about? I'm just talking shit. I'm pissing in the wind. I'm hoping on a fucking prayer, you know.
You disrespected me. Respect. You need to respect me. No, you need to read out loud on this index card before I get to respecting you. All of you people that think you're entitled to so much respect Can you spell receipt? Huh? Can you spell or pronounce receipt? Can you read and comprehend? Sorry for yelling.
You don't roll up
all the way around and found
You don't roll up here and make threats to these teachers.
No, but when I first came, I didn't. I was talking though. I got pissed off. I ain't gonna lie. I was talking and I got pissed off because what she did.
Sure.
One of the parents just rolled up over here. Earlier today, she showed up at the office. There's some arguing about her daughter, that the teacher spoke to her in some way. The school was going to look into it, but she just rolled up in here making threats to all the teachers.
Everybody out threatening us. She don't ever she don't care about
Who did she make the threat to?
me and Miss Amos and all the teachers. So I had her kids previously at the other school. We had to ban that same tall one from our school. That's why he ain't in school now, because he pulled out a gun on the kids.
Oh.
That's why he walked in the streets.
Can you have Miss
There you
Amos
go.
come out here?
Prepping them for the penitentiary. I ain't seen
Your child pulled a gun out on other kids in school. And you don't think we don't need to clown this bitch? You don't think that we need to clown this low IQ heifer? You don't think that we need to put them in a certain section of society away from everyone else because they don't know how to act? They have no impulse control. They have no conflict resolution skills. We're supposed to keep dealing with this, right? Instead of not calling it out. This is what we need to do. We need to call it out. Because if you just keep shutting up, allowing shit to slide, tucking your tail, and keeping your head down and moving instead of really calling this shit out, it's never going to change in our society. It's never going to change. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse in my Umar voice. When is enough enough? Seriously, when is enough enough?
You see this? We're watching this together. Weird how this turns out, right? Like, if seriously, like the surprise would be if her son didn't pull a gun out on another kid. That would be the surprise, that her kids get good grades, they don't do crime, they're not terrorizing the rest of the school. Then it would be like, wow, this is a miracle. Pulling out a gun makes perfect sense to me. Not surprised.
I need to talk to her. What exactly did she say to you?
She gonna F us up, F us, don't talk to her kids. I said, okay. So I just walked. That's why she said, oh, you want to talk now? I ain't saying nothing to her. Then she got into it with you. She does that all the time. I know her from my previous school.
You just better hope that the teachers don't want to press charges. Okay? If she does, you're gonna take the ride to them.
I don't go through nothing with them. So
all right, go ahead and step up. She's just gonna pat you down real quick. She good? All right, have a seat. All right, so just for the record, just tell me your name and.
She just a bum, man. Just a menace to society. A fucking bum. A fucking bum. If you believe that this woman is a fucking bum, man, whoever's listening and whoever's watching, put a 1 in the chat. Because she's a fucking bum. You know, let's fellowship tonight. We gonna get some things together. We about to do some exposing, some exposing. We about to do all this shit tonight. So I hope y'all strapped in. So before I go any further, get you some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail, Like my man Big Mike always used to say, get you some juice. But you got to leave them pills alone because them motherfuckers will kill you. Let's continue this fuckery.
And your position here?
Henrika Amos, I'm a resource teacher.
Hey, look, Henrika.
And what happened to
Henrika is not feeling this shit. Henrika is tired. You feel me? Tired. And that's what we don't talk about, is how tired the school, the faculty is with dealing with your little monsters that you don't want to discipline. Exhausted. How other kids aren't able to learn because your kid needs all these different resources.
This morning, when I went into the cafeteria to dismiss the students, I went in ahead and I got the 4th graders and 5th graders into the hallway. When I came back, so Henry was trying to leave the door. So I told him to go ahead and sit down because I didn't call his group yet. So he said, he just went ahead and he went to sit down. Then he proceeded to say, oh, you are not going to be yelling at my brother. You're not going to be yelling at my brother. And I said, okay, well, who's yelling at your brother? She's like, well, you're not going to be talking to my brother any kind of way. You fucking bitch, and started using profanity. Proceeded to get up. And I said, well, what are you going to do? She's like, well, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my mom. And I'm going to have her come out here for you. I said, okay. So I continued. I called the 2nd graders and the 3rd graders. At that time, I just stopped dealing with her. When I came back out, she was still on the phone. I called 1st and kindergarten. I proceeded to escort.
She deals with 2nd and 3rd graders, and she got to deal with this kind of fuck shit? Are you fucking kidding me? She's not dealing with juniors and seniors in high school. She's dealing with 2nd and 3rd graders. And this is what she has to deal with the parents of those kind of students? Are you fucking kidding me?
Escort the kids out of there, and I called for administration. By the time when she walked out, then I said, and I told her she wasn't supposed to have the phone because school, that's not allowed in just a school. But I didn't take it out from her hand because I already knew it was going to escalate.
What happened now? Just right now.
Right now, I don't know, but apparently the mom came in. She went up front to Miss Goldsby. I'm assuming she went to Miss Goldsby because that's who she spoke to this morning. All I hear is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't play about mine. Miss Amos and Miss can get it. So I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about no police. Well, I don't even know none of that. And that was that.
Did she say that to you?
She doesn't know who I am, apparently, because I was outside and she said it. She doesn't know who I am.
Okay, so who is she directing that to?
She was talking. She turned around and faced the whole staff and said she don't give a fuck. She can basically, Miss Roll and Miss Amos can get it. Apparently, she doesn't know who Miss Roll is either because Miss Roll was right there.
Did she threaten to fight anybody?
She said they can get it. I mean, in the street, that means fighting.
Okay.
Because you're saying.
And how slow this parent is. She don't even notice the teachers. This is how disengaged this woman and quite a few women that have kids to go to school are engaged with their children's education. I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm quite sure it's a nice percentage of single Black women that don't even interact or really know who their kids' teachers are. And that's just some sad shit. That's sad. A large majority of these women just usher their children off to school just to get them out the motherfucking house and out of their fucking face. Because they don't care two shits about it. All they care about is the benefits they get from them. That's all they care about. And it's painstakingly clear. It shows in overall average test scores. It shows in their children's behavior. It shows in just the quality of life, how they living. And it's sad.
They can get it. And she brought her 2 boys with her. So I don't know how to infer that. She basically like they can get it.
Okay. And who was she directing them to?
She turned around and faced the whole staff. She said, all them teachers, they can get it because I don't play about minds. Okay. And she said, I don't care about going to jail because all I'm going to do is get out. I will play about minds.
Okay. Okay. For the record, just give me your first and last name and your position here at the school.
Rashika Roll, Principal Charles Drew.
What was the parents' body language like? Like how was
She was
her?
very hostile.
Can you describe how she was standing?
I
how
was
she was
scared.
carrying
She was
herself?
standing like she was gonna fight. She's cussing everybody out. She's yelling. I have a car that's full of parents, full of kids. Very embarrassing. She's yelling. Then she turns around, and then I have teachers who are dismissing my kids right here. She's yelling at all of them out. F all y'all up, all y'all teachers. So all the kids that were here with the parents saw the engagement. She was very hostile. She put her hands on deputies. She trying to like, oh, you in my face. You too close. Get out my face. Da 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 da. Her sons was approaching him, so I was scared. I was scared something was gonna happen. But this is her behavior.
Did she have like a fighting posture when she was talking to people?
She had a fighting posture. She was threatening the teachers, threatening myself, Ms. Goldsby, Ms. Roll. She was actually calling us by name. Okay. I'll see y'all about my kids. I ain't scared of none of y'all. X, Y, and Z.
And, I mean, this mother is in trouble. She should be working as hard and as close as she can with the school for her kids. She had, but no self-awareness. This woman probably may be a smoker. Now that I'm thinking about this mother very well may be under the influence of that spirit of crack cocaine, because this makes no sense. Doesn't mean she's under the spirit of crack cocaine. Okay, but she needs to be working with this school because the streets want her sons. The prison system want her sons. The graveyard want her sons. They want her son. Are you paying attention, mama? Are you up here just trying to make sure ain't nobody disrespecting your kids? Did you guys hear any disrespect? Telling you can't sit somewhere is not disrespect. And it's always, oh my God, it is always the people that think they're entitled to the most respect that are also the most disrespectful.
Press charges?
I don't want to press charges, but I just don't want her here on this campus. She has a history. I know the mom. I know her from my previous school.
Hey?
And she's not well. Y'all want her trespass and she needs help. This is something that she does all the time and she needs help.
How close was she to you? Like if I'm her.
Like right here.
Okay, what exactly did she say? Where
I'm gonna F you up about my kids. I don't give a F.
I'm gonna F you up about my kids.
Yeah, you and Miss Amos. I don't give a F.
Were you
I'll come see you home. Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want her here. Because I know her. Mm-hmm. I know what she's capable of. Okay. And she will come back if she's not trespassed. Because I guess in her state, when she's in that state, that's how she acts. When she calms down, she calms down. But when she's in a state where she can't think, she's liable to do, I don't know, whatever. And her kids are too.
So, I mean, this is where we're at. I'm looking at disorderly and assault, okay? Disrupting the school function because it was during school hours. Technically during school hours.
Okay. Yeah, because she needs to know she can't, here or any other school, she can't do that. She can't keep doing that.
Right.
Give me a second.
Right. Now, what did you guys just hear there? A very entitled person that hasn't ever had to pay for the shit that she does. She needs to be held accountable.
So what are your kids' names?
Oh, I'm not getting it. For what?
What you mean for what?
For what?
Because you brought your kids here during the altercation. It's in your best interest to give me your kids' names.
But why? I'm not involving my kids.
You did bring them here.
They walk with me all the time to get the other kids.
You're not involving your kid, but you brought your 2 teenage sons up to that school. Bitch, you ain't shit. This is exactly the prototype of the disobedience, the ultimate dysfunction of the single black poor mother. This is what happens. This is the kind of shit that comes from this. And you wonder why this woman's by herself. You wonder why this woman doesn't have to provide the provision and the protection of a man. You wonder why she is totally by herself. Taking care of what? 4 children? You having all these damn babies with no husband And I'm quite sure that out of the 4 children that we've heard that she's had with a newborn acting like this, I guarantee at least 3 are the children's father, if not 4. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt and saying 3 because I don't know this woman. So I'm not going to make an assumption that I have no idea of, but I know it's more than 2.
So they just walk with me because we're already out.
I need your kid. You
I'm
gotta
not
give it.
involving my kids.
You gotta give it to me.
I'm not involving my kids for what? Y'all try to.
You involved your kids.
I gotta put them on the report that they came here.
They didn't do anything.
It doesn't matter.
You involved your kids. They didn't do anything. Well, I mean, they could have done something or something could have been done to them. Is she concerned about that? But what do they tell y'all? What do they tell y'all on the news? That, oh, black people are dying every single day because cops are killing them. Is that even the truth? Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. This woman went up here, brought both of her teenage sons up here to fight some teachers.
But they came here. I have to put them on the report.
Y'all taking me to jail anyways. So,
why are you being so complicated?
Cause, like, come on, I still got a baby. That wasn't my intention to come out here. I was leaving anyways when you
got a baby at home.
Bitch, you don't give a fuck about that baby. You don't give a fuck about your kids. Because if you really did, they wouldn't act the way they act, whereas you would have to come up there for whatever disciplinary reasons. And you wouldn't have to bring your 2 teenage sons to so-called regulate on the staff. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You shitting me, right? We supposed to give you grace? You stone-faced looking ass bitch. I'm going to call it. I'm sorry. I'm disrespectful. But I mean what I say, and I say what the fuck I mean. This is a disrespectful ass woman. She didn't even have no kids. But whatever dirt D motherfucker dealt with her kept pumping and dumping in her. But leaving. She was only good for a good time, not a long time. And this is the problem that goes on in our community. How women move. The nation's only as high as woman. And these women ain't shit. Women like her. So y'all don't get it misconstrued. And I'm talking about all women. No, I'm talking about women like her. Clowns. Bums. Jezebels. Scarlet letter motherfuckers. Anyway, let's go. We're about to finish this off.
And got a baby at home. This is the damage that this woman is doing. This is unbelievable. And she's raising little criminals with guns that are most certainly going to go into the prison system. And she's got a brand new baby that she's going to send there as well, man. I hope that's not true, but I think it is. Because some of us guys do not want to improve. Some of us are happy right where we are.
walking with me. Like, why you just let me leave when I'm walking? Y'all was at work about me.
I had to find out what was going on here. Okay,
okay, but you weren't trying to talk. You told me to leave.
That's it. I had to find out what was going on.
You told me to leave, and I was leaving.
I saw it wasn't out to keep, and then you did what you had to do.
Like I told you,
you're gonna give me kids' names or not? I'm still gonna
y'all taking me, okay? Y'all taking me to jail.
But just so you know, you're gonna be trespassed from the school, and your kids are gonna be trespassed from here too. Just gonna swap out handcuffs, okay?
Yeah, step out real quick. No, which one? Yeah, turn around, step to your left, close the door. Over your pocket. These are a little bit more bigger, all right? So they're gonna give you more space. More flexibility.
He's just a transporting deputy, okay? So don't ask him anything about the rest.
Doesn't know anything. We're gonna walk to my car, okay? Same thing. You get too hot, too cold, let me know, all right? Yeah.
The individual was taken into custody and charged with the following offenses: assault on a school employee, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, disorderly conduct, resisting an officer without violence, violation of probation.
Bomb. That's a bomb. A fucking bomb. But that's the first teacher of these children. You know, there's so many women out here that wants to glorify themselves as being, you know, the givers of life. But yet and still, a lot of them don't honor that title. Because how they move, how they raise their children, the things that they have, you know, their children subjected to. That's why this whole shit with this Young Miami shit is really disturbing me. Because there's so many people out here that is honoring this bullshit ass song that she got out called Spin That, right? And India.Arie, a very well-renowned artist. Hell, I remember when she was up and coming, she opened up for Sade some 20 years ago, you know, in a concert. And so many ignorant-minded people are giving her hatred because she had comments to say about this song and what the song is representing. And yeah, of course, throughout history, half the black culture have raunchy songs and songs that was off the cuff and was underground and only you heard it in certain spaces and places. Of course, it's always been that. But this is on something different. This is on a whole different level. That song is basically promoting criminality. That's what we on now. Everyone got to be a criminal. Everyone got to be some kind of scammer, credit card thief. I know there is times, right, where desperate times require desperate measures, and you might want to do and have to do certain things that you might not be proud of. But when you want to make it a lifestyle and glorify it as such, you're only adding on to the problem of the community. But anyway, shout out to the Tip Network for putting this out. They're another content creator that I fuck with, I rock with. You can go on their platform and definitely like, share, and subscribe to them and tell them, hey, the Black Bottom Rosscast sent you. But anyway, let's talk about this with this Young Miami bullshit.
Is that music has power. But of course, I have used that power to help some people. And I have traveled around this world twice. And I see the impact of what we export out of the Black American experience to the rest of the world.
Arie is facing massive backlash right now all over social media because she called out a song by rapper Young Miami, and people basically don't want to hear it.
Of course they're going to hate on India.Arie. We have a whole group of people, a whole mass group of people suffering from arrested development. They're acting like little kids. As soon as you tell them that they can't do something, as soon as you tell them that something just isn't proper, they're going to go run with the whataboutism. What about the fact that you guys had the same music when you were younger?
It is by far one of the most debaucherous, raggedy, trifling songs I've ever heard in my life. Now, the reason why this song is problematic is because the song has a very catchy beat, and the way she's spitting the lyrics is very reminiscent of a nursery rhyme.
I mean, I wasn't even tripping. I didn't even care. But I seen a bunch of kids singing this. And here we go again, appealing to children, parents, they're right there with them, engaging in this. And all of a sudden, we have a situation where what was wrong is now right.
That new song, Spin That, normally females, when they create songs like a Sexy Red, when they create songs, or even a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj, normally when they rapping, they kind of like, they rapping to young women, right? They rapping to younger women, the young professionals. But this song with Young Miami, it hit different because it was like she was directing half of the song at impressionable young men from the street.
That's shoplifting, but they're excited.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
This shit is sad, man. The level of the disrespect and the message that is really coming out in so-called black culture music is ridiculous now. It is a sad case. It is a sad case.
Excited. It says stuffing that stuff in your bag. That is theft. But they're acting like this is some praise and worship song.
And let me tell you the tragic part. The tragic part is that this rapper, Young Miami, her mother in 2009 was convicted and did 10 years for robbery.
Titled Stolen Purses from Macy's, a police car chase, and a dead...
Are you surprised? We just saw in the last video of what the mother does and how she acts and things like that. So are you surprised that a person like a Young Miami was raised by a bum ass bitch? Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Like, seriously. I mean, please just, you know, just, I'll say it again.
Stop the cap.
This is just, it's ridiculous.
Grandmother, who is to blame? Now, I won't read the whole article to you guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. It says, there is no question that Xavier Robinson and Kenya Young drove to the Aventura Mall, stole Michael Kors and Juicy Couture purses from Macy's, and led police on a dramatic chase that ended with a motorist dead from a high-speed collision. The tragedy happened on August 3rd of 2009. Prosecutors said Robinson and Young were in on the robbery together, parking their car in the fire lane for a quick getaway from Macy's. He stole a Michael Kors bag while Young took two Juicy Couture purses. As they ran off, a security officer tussled with Young as Robinson hopped in the driver's seat and gunned it towards the tube.
So she's
and that's Young Miami's mother. But anyway, let's go.
Singing, what she's singing reflects her reality, but instead of fighting the system, instead of trying to make it right, she's actually glorifying the thing that took her mother off the street. We got to do better, folks.
It says scammers. That is fraud, like wire fraud, credit card fraud, identity theft, real crimes that destroy real people's real lives. Do y'all understand that?
Bottom line is this: if you choose to make a sing-songy song that you know is going to appeal to children of all ages about scamming, about boosting, about theft, then you have to expect somebody's gonna say something about it. What, you thought you was just gonna get off scotch-free? This is the Struggle Rapper Manifesto. They always get upset and get confused when they put out straight debauchery and get negative feedback. But negative feedback is part of the game. You knew you were going to get this part of the game. You accepted this part of the game. You wanted this part of the game, because with this part of the game comes all that money and all that fame.
I'm okay saying, look, Spin That ain't in the top 50 song. However, use it as an opportunity to say, maybe we can listen to some different, maybe we could do something. Maybe we are reinforcing the culture of unhealthy things. I used to be one of the, because when I first got into sort of activism as a scholar, a lot of my first work was around hip hop. And I was one of the people who was critical of Tipper Gore, C. Dolores Tucker, of all the people that were coming after hip hop, smashing the CDs and all that stuff.
Steamroller.
And now 30 years later, I'm like, they were right.
Savages, it's time for us to come to the realization that we cannot operate in this space like everybody else operates in this space. If we're behind the 8 ball, if we're born behind enemy lines, if we feel like things are against us, then we need to start acting like we understand things are against us and stop this ridiculousness. And one way to do it is to change our algorithm, change what we are putting in our body, change what we are putting in our minds, change what we are singing about, change what we let the world see us sing about. And if we're not going to do that, then we're going to stay in the same place that we're doing over and over again. The wheel of time will keep turning, and we will be in the wheel of insanity doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And it's also about time that we take this part of the culture and throw it away. This scam culture, this fraud culture, this take it if I don't have it culture. It's time for us to get down to some blue collar hard work culture. And if we're not going to do it, then other people are going to do it for us, and we're just going to keep falling behind. Yeah, there's a lot of folks who ain't with it, a lot of folks speaking up about it. But what really disturbs me is when I see a bunch of parents and kids on the same frequency at the same time, because that right there is a clear case of arrested development. You dig?
I don't like the song at all. That song is just crazy work, man. I can't believe we're dancing to the rhythm of promoting of stealing and scamming. This is crazy, man. I think our culture is truly at a low point. And we've been at a low point for a while, but a lot of the music that we somehow gravitate to somehow ends up being trash type music that promotes
but that's what we keep supporting. So in order for us to change that shit, we gotta stop supporting that shit. If you want to watch more of that in particular video, you can just go to the Tip Network and see the rest of it. I just want to show that just to give you another avenue as far as what that is. But hold on. I got because the shit's crazy, man. But how's everybody doing, man? Please like, share, and subscribe. All those that's tuning in, man. Comment in the comment section. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. It definitely don't cost nothing for you to subscribe to the page, because I'm on a mission. I'm trying to get to a certain number, and I can only get it from you guys. Wow. I guess I lost a subscriber. But anyway, I guess they don't like what I got to talk about. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep talking about how I talk about it and say how I said. And if you don't like it, yeah, you can keep it pushing too. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for like-minded people that want to do and talk about issues and problems that are necessary for us to understand. This next one we're going to do with Messy Michonne. Shout out to her. She has a lot to talk about on this one. A single mom that's pregnant, that is mad and crashes out in the car because she can't afford her life. And this is another thing that's really hindering the Black community, is that so many of us don't believe in family, don't believe in, togetherness to build another family in life and generational, living. I mean, it's just it's a wild time right now. You know, everybody's all out here. Not everybody, but a large majority of people are out here just wanting to just live their best life, as they say. And living their best life is being single, so-called having money, flashing designer, dealing with whoever you want to deal with, this, that, and the third. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It is what it is with that. But ultimately, in the end, that's going to end up you crashing out, being broke, being by yourself. You done burnt so many bridges that no one want to deal with you. And you might grow old crying in your suit. You just might. Wondering where all the years, where all that time went. It went wasted. Time's wasted. In my Erykah Badu voice. But anyway, let's go. Let's go with this next video.
Let me say this real quick before I continue. You are pissed that you're a single mom. You are pissed that you're single. You're pissed that you got to go to work. You're pissed that you got a husband. At what point of life are you not pissed? You got a husband, you're pissed. You got a family, you're pissed. You got a job, you're pissed. You're single by choice, you're pissed. I'm a single mom by choice, you're pissed. I'm strong and independent, you're pissed. When are you not? When black men are talking about status and the current representation of black women, they get mad. You hear them say to us all the time, you just hate black women. When we're talking about the condition, answer me this. What on God's green earth is there left to like?
All right, we got another one. I'm sitting here in the airport waiting, so I might as well make some videos, do some work. We have a single mom crash out, another one, and let's see what she has to say, see if there's anything new going on here.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Life has its way of truly humbling you. Oh, God. It's like, what the fuck did I do so bad to deserve this shit? I'm just stressed the fuck out. I'm stressed out. I just went to this place for them to help me pay my power bill. I never did anything like that before. And, you know, of course they couldn't do it because I didn't have all of the information. So, you know.
So there's no reason really. You just weren't prepared. But go ahead, girl.
To the next client. So I came to the power bill company to pay my power bill, and I just said I'm gonna get them everything I got, and I'm gonna make payment arrangements for when the baby is due because I don't know when I'm gonna have it again.
Wait. When the baby is due. So we're already a single mom and we're having another baby. We're already having some financial.
First off, I don't want to be mean. I try not to be rude. And sometimes I don't want to be disrespectful. But who's laying up with this? Who's laying the fuck up with this? Oh, what you mean, Ross? You know, some of you motherfuckers, y'all ain't all that handsome. Some of y'all men ain't all that fine. Some of y'all ain't got y'all shit together. True. But men ain't supposed to be pretty. Men ain't supposed to be overly attractive in a sense. Only in their wealth and only in their efforts and only in their walks of life. I'm sorry, brothers. I gotta put y'all on blast. You fucked up the community, dealing and dumping in women that look like Stonehenge's cousin. Women that look like Jabba the Hutt's mama. Women that you're only going to hook up with after 2 a.m. I'm fucking sorry. Call me crass. Call me whatever the fuck you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. But come on, man. Come on, man. This is what it's all about, money. Eating, drinking, fucking, sulking. Okay. Looking at her mouth right now, she probably is a Hoover vac. Who cares? Who cares? Why y'all keep doing this to us? Why are you doing this to us? Why? This is a bad look. And it gets better. You just seeing this part of this video. This shit's about to be epic. And I'm sorry. It's gonna be some women that hate me after this. This ain't a good look for y'all. This one right here, this ain't a good look for y'all.
Financial difficulties, clearly, but we want to have another baby. So honestly, we weren't thinking in advance already. So we're just supposed to ignore all these things y'all already know. We're just supposed to be like, oh. No one gets held accountable for the decisions that they make. So why isn't the person that you're pregnant by helping you, Bueller? Is that a crazy question to ask? I mean, it kind of makes sense to me. You know, you're marinating his seed. So you might as well be asking him to help you out. Or y'all don't live together? Why you don't live together? So there was no requirement in order for you to get pregnant by someone. And then you'll come onto these panels and you'll come talk to different people and say that you was young, you was making mistakes, everybody should forgive you. And the next man that's about something should take you on and your kids, which I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say at least 2. But you never say where you need to take accountability and responsibility for the mistakes that you made. And then you continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. Now you're on this internet crying about a bill that can't get paid when actually it just sounds like you don't have all the information. So if you just go get the information and go back, it sounds like they're going to hopefully pay it for you. But no, it makes more sense to get on this internet to try to get some empathy and sympathy while pregnant, and not asking the person that got you pregnant and not thinking that maybe I shouldn't get pregnant. But y'all want to go out here and you have fun and enjoy your lives and y'all think this is the way it's supposed to be. Then reality comes in. Now you want to sit up here and act like you're put upon. I'm thinking no.
Oh, you have to pay this month's bill too, because I paid last month's bill. And I just feel so fucking defeated right now because I am trying.
The question is, what are you trying to do?
I am so trying, Lord. It just seems like everything is just a God. They said have faith of a mustard seed, but
Why is the Lord now coming into this? Now it's have faith in the mustard seed. I'm trying to understand, when you was getting pregnant and taking all that pleasure, were you thinking about the Lord then? When you weren't married, when you already had a kid or 2, maybe, when you were bringing that man and allowing him to marinate. So where's he at? What's his role? No talk about him?
I'm losing it. I'm fucking losing it. I'm mentally fucking exhausted. I'm trying my best and I'm doing this shit by myself.
How are you pregnant and doing shit by yourself? That don't even make sense. Don't even make sense. Y'all, that's what I'm telling you. This ain't got... Let me just go ahead and toss out Young Miami song right now, child. These people was going to do this mess regardless of that daggone song. That's all I'm trying to say. These people going to do what they want to do because they want to do it because they think they're in invincible, I guess you should call it, and everything will work out because somebody will come through, somebody will help, whether it's the government, whether it's their mama, their auntie, one of you sassy straight, somebody's gonna help.
Why do you ladies get in these situationships, so-called relationships, so-called hookups, and don't have a real adult conversation with the man that you're engaging? Why is it y'all don't want us to sexualize you ladies, right? But it is so many of you ladies, not all, that utilize that aspect of it. And then when you allow these men to do what they do, whatever men that y'all fucking with at that in particular time, to do what they do, and then when shit hit the fan, you know, when the spam is cooking on the motherfucking skillet, and now you talking to like, hey, this, that, you know, I got this situation now. And you wonder why they like, and why you telling me this shit? And I know that sounds cold, but why did you allow this person that you had no intentions on really building a life with to do the things that you would do when you're trying to build a life with someone? Is it the feminist movement? Is it the sexual revolution? Is it that you ladies can just throw your pussy like frisbees all over the world and think nothing happens? What you talking about, man? Y'all do the same shit. Look, true enough, I will agree that men need to have more D-control as well. I will admit that. But let me ask you a question. If you got with a man and you just started off with him, you don't really know what's going on, and you don't know how far this is going to be, but yet and still you're attracted to this person. So you want to engage in some, you know, adult engagement. And y'all get to that point, and he got the motherfucker out, and he's dangling, and he's swinging it. It's looking all glistening. He probably puts the baby oil on it. No, did he? But you know, all that, right? Are you gonna ask him, do you have a condom? Or are you gonna just let him stick it in? I'll wait. And if you do ask him, does he have a condom? And he's like, oh, fuck, no, I ain't got no condom. Some of y'all will be like, all right, just don't come in me. And guess what happens? Especially if it's some new shit and he's trying to like impress, he gonna try to jungle fuck your ass. And then, you know, you hearing bongos in the background, you seeing motherfucking monkeys, you know, flying across trees and shit. You seeing Hulu masters, you know, shooting poison darts out the trees and all this other shit, all this kind of bullshit, right? You know, the whole Lion King thing. And then you say that one motherfucking thing. Come baby. You know what that nigga gonna do? Your wish is your command. All over a film. It happens all over the world. Now, If you ain't on no kind of birth control, if he ain't got no kind of prophylactic, yeah, you risking, you in a high risk of getting popped the fuck off. But y'all don't care. Because all you care about, hey, look, don't work out, just take them to child support, get some money. You know, fuck the family, fuck, you know, all the other shit. This is the constant dysfunction that goes on in our community. It's been going on for decades now. It's just a lot of women are getting upset that men are speaking on these topics. And they're understanding that, yeah, we have a voice too. And we need to do better as men as well. And stop putting ourselves in these situations when you're trying to be on your purpose. There's nothing wrong with dating and all this other stuff. I ain't trying to say none of that. But you still have to have some kind of dignity within yourself. Still have to have some kind of self-love, some kind of pride, some kind of understanding that this is not how I'm trying to live, man. You want to live all your life in debt? Who wants to live life like that? You're always in debt. You have no comfort in your life. Who wants to live like that? No structure, no balance, no understanding. Like, really? This is how y'all want to live? Y'all want to mess around with people like this. Yeah, she crying, but she getting something. It's just something that's lacking in her life. And she could be a good person. I'm not going to totally just down her. But she done made some bad decisions too. Messing with the wrong man. Because she wasn't taught no better. And it happens. Happens to the best of us.
To help them, or they'll just get on the internet and whine and cry and somebody will help them there. That's why these people keep doing this, because they really don't get to suffer in their consequences because someone always comes to their rescue. Now, I know someone is going to say, oh, you're so mean. You're so mean. No, I'm not really mean. She brought this to the internet, so I'm just responding to her. This might not be the response that she wants or what other people may think that it should be helpful to her. But guess what? That's not my problem. If she is pregnant, why is she not going to the person that she got pregnant by? None of this makes sense otherwise.
I'm doing this shit by myself, God. I'm tired. I am exhausted. I'm tired. My children don't deserve this. Why me? I'm so fucking exhausted, man. Y'all just don't fucking understand. Oh my God. I don't feel like nobody is hearing me and they really understand that I'm exhausted mentally, God. I'm exhausted mentally, Lord. I'm exhausted. Oh, God, I'm trying. Oh, God. We'd have just been through so much. Yeah, it's just been so much, God. It's just like, I feel so hopeless. I feel so pointless. I can't. I'm tired. I don't want to no more. I'm just tired. I don't want to no more. I just don't want to no more. I'm tired. I'm legit tired. It's already hard to ask for help, and then when you ask for help, you get rejected. And then I was so fucking dependent on a nigga And then he did this shit to take advantage of my child. So now I'm just fucked up right now.
We already knew that it would come down to it's somebody else's fault. Typically, one of you sassy streets, we already knew that's what it was, right? How many in the car videos do we see on a weekly basis? How many in the car videos do we see where somebody's up here crying? How many in the car videos do we see where somebody's crying out to the Lord? But I wonder if they was thinking about the Lord when they was taking all that pleasure. That would be my question. I'm gonna go out on the limb and say no. But now you guys are supposed to care. Who's coming to her rescue, Bueller? Who's coming to her rescue, Bueller? Then when you say something like this, somebody is going to get all upset and say, oh, you never know where you're going to end up. I promise you I will not end up pregnant, first of all. Second of all, I would never go F around onto the internet and say any of this shit. And third of all, we all got issues. We all got problems. Coming onto the internet trying to get empathy and sympathy is not the way. You get your ass on out there and you get it done because they're supposed to be the most educated and strong and independent and don't need a man, right? How the hell you get taken advantage of by a man, get pregnant, now all of a sudden everything is on him and no accountability for you? See, we never hear them say what their part, their role is in their destruction of their own daggone lives, which in turn ends up being the kids' lives. So now they got to suffer, which sucks for them, but anybody can have a kid. So clearly they want to do the same things over and over. Cannot blame Young Miami for this. Cannot blame Sukihana for this. Cannot blame Sexy Red for this. These people want to do this. These are adults. These are adults allegedly raising kids. And the best thing they can do is get on the internet and whine and cry and try to elicit some help.
I'm just fucked up. Just like mentally, I'm just not here right now. And I just feel like it's not fair. I just really feel like life is just kicking my ass. Oh, Jesus, Lord.
Imagine if you had a significant other that you vetted, you knew who they were, you know what they had, you worked together, you actually respected each other, and you made a decision on what you were going to do as far as moving forward in life. These people were just out here making willy-nilly decisions, not thinking about the consequences of any of the decisions that they make until after they're forced to, and then we are supposed to care. I do not care. Somebody got to learn eventually. This is why the community is cooked, because people get to make these decisions and there's people around here that's going to be like, oh, no. More people got to say, nah, tell the next kid, tell the next youngin that they need to not do this, that they need to take this as an example on what not to do. Instead of that, nope, y'all will chastise me like I did something wrong. I ain't get on this internet asking nobody for nothing. That's her. She the one whining and crying. Take your L's in private. Freaking go ask the person that you're having a damn baby with. I know that's just crazy talk while you're sitting up here disparaging him, but he was good enough for you to have his marinating inside of you. Child, we're going to take that all the way into 2027. Anyway, child.
And I'll say this with this in particular person's situation. She might have been a good person. She might have even been down for whatever she was trying to be down for. But you got to be understanding that, you know, when we make choices, we have to stand on it. We got to be honest with ourselves with it, and we got to take it for what it is. Hold on for a second. I feel bad for her, but she chose that life. Just like y'all say, well, man, y'all choose what y'all got going on. Yeah, we do. And sometimes we pick women for the wrong reasons too. A lot of times we do. It could be the aesthetics, it could be whatever, you know. And we take a fashion risk and lose. It happens. It happens to the best of us. But we got to do better with it. That's why we have these discussions. That's why we expose these different things. That's why we talk about these different reactions, so we can have grown folks conversations and have a better understanding, you know? And that's all we got to try to do. Shout out to Messi for that little part. I felt a certain kind of bad for her because the sister definitely was not in the best of her spirit, but at the same time, you still got to understand who you dealing with the men that you entertain as well, ladies. Cause there's some men out here that just ain't got their shit together, ain't got their things going right, or doing the right things. So you got to understand that as well. It's a two-sided coin. So one side of this, another side is that. We got to do better with that. But anyway, we're gonna go to the next one. My man AC. Women are out here begging for money. Wow. Claiming to be the prize. This is a thing that is really starting to be a topic that a lot of men's spaces and even some women's spaces is talking about, that's really getting disgusted with it. How is a woman the prize, right? If all she wants is this soft life, so-called, and bring nothing else to the table but her looks and her body. I mean, those things are fine to have looks in the body, but that's all you're bringing to the table? We supposed to bring the table, the couch, the house, the car, the garage, the backyard, the front porch, the back porch, the fucking sun deck. We supposed to bring all these things. But some of these women that act like that, just them being there is just enough. Them being in your presence is just enough. Them allowing themselves to spend time with you is just enough. Wow. Wow, just wow. That's an interesting concept. I wonder how that's going for a lot of women out here. But anyway, we're going to go with this.
Women who do this. Hey guys, tell me, what do you think about women who do this? Okay, they post on social media that, hey, when a guy asks me what I'm doing, he's messaging me, I'm going to send him my cash up. I'm going to see how much you really want to be involved with me. What do you think about that? What do you think of women who do that? Is that a turnout for you?
That's what I think about that. All right. You're a single man. You doing what you're doing. You're on different internet platforms and stuff like that. You see some pictures of some people on your feed that either it's your friends or right now, and this is what's crazy with me with Facebook, they are showing people in your timeline that's not even on your friends list. And I'm like, huh? How is that supposed to be? Why should I see other people and things on my timeline that I'm not entwined with, connected with? We're not friends. Why this shit just popping up on your fucking feed like that? It's something bigger that's going on with social media. They want you to be in certain kind of spaces and places and be subjected to certain things. And this is why I don't really be on social media quite like that, because all you're seeing is smut and bullshit and phony pages and cheap ass Temu and all this other stupid ass shit. It's crazy. This shit I see on my timeline. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? What the fuck is that? Why am I looking at this cheap ass outfit? But because it's on Temu and it's $10, oh, you're gonna buy it. And that shit gonna look like shit when that shit come to your house. If it comes to your house. Like I said, I don't really trust online shopping like that. You know, my wife does that shit. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, but me personally, no. I don't do that shit. I like to actually be at the store. I'm old school. I'm an old guy. That's how I like to do it. I like to feel it, touch it, look at it, you know. And if I like it, I buy it. Showing a picture online is whatever to me now. Because there's so many scams out here. And I don't trust it. But that woman wants to sit there and say that the madness that came out of her mouth. And it's like, okay. You wonder why she's by herself. But anyway, let's go.
PSA. Just a PSA, if I ever blocked your phone, email, or any of all your social media accounts, just know I never blocked you on Cash App or Zelle. You can always send me a little something on there. You can put a little note too. I read.
Bombs. Leave my house. Okay. I'm not leaving my house without a Cash App, a Zelle, a Venmo. I accept all forms. Okay. Before I even waste my $60 foundation, Cash App. Bombs.
Men of all communities, men of all races, men as a collective, stop doing that shit. If it ain't your woman, if it ain't your wife, I don't give a fuck what the fuck she looked like. If you were engaging in conversation, the first thing she does is give you a link to her Cash App or her Venmo or her fucking Zelle or whatever other apps that transfer money, block their ass. That's a bum. Because you know what bitches like that do? They'll, in a day, try to coerce 10 or more men. Right? Just think about this. Let's just do the math right quick. If a woman like that was able to talk to 50 men, say the same shit to all of them. Oh, I can show you these pictures. I can show you these videos and blah, 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 blah. Just send me $25. Okay. And out of those 50 men, 20 of them sent her $25. With the hopes that they're going to get anywhere near this motherfucker, which they're not. Some even might send more. You know, you're funding this heifer's lifestyle for the week if she does it every day. Sitting in her motherfucking house. Sitting on the couch. Laying in her bed. Ain't got no goddamn job. But that's only going to go for so long. You know, there's a start time with that shit, and there's an end time. But see what's so fucked up about society? Too many of you simp ass boys are catering to this. This is why they act like this. This is why they talk like this. This is why they move like this. Because hell, fuck you, nigga. Just because you ain't giving me no money, that don't mean that other motherfucker ain't gonna give it to her. And that's the problem. I'm with my man AQ. Don't feed the birds. Because what you getting from it? Okay, a picture, then what the fuck is? You can find pictures like that anywhere online for free. To be honest with you, you're gonna pay for someone's OnlyFans. You're gonna pay for someone to inbox you some videos and pictures. What are you getting from that? Unless you one of them kind of motherfuckers that like to do, to do the Diddy shit. Like, come on, man. Grow up.
Saw this black man, this random black man just walking down the street, and I was like, yo, I need $125. Huh? And he was like, oh, I don't know you. Like, why would I just give you $125? Like, who you talking to? Not me. So I said, that's why you ugly anyway with your ass hairline. I keeps it moving. I see another. I was like, maybe let me just ask you,
Hold on. This is the bum behavior I'm talking about. I'm assuming that this man tried to approach this scallywag out and about on the street. Just, to strike up conversation, get to know her, see where it can go with it, shoot a shot. And she asked for $125, like right then. And because he wasn't going to do it, now you got to insult him. If you don't get your motherfucking kerosene pussy fucking having ass about it, your shit probably flaming. Flaming! I'll put a match to that motherfucker. We'll blow up half this country. The nerve. Bitch. Who? What? Who you talking to? You the bum begging. Are you fucking... This shit pisses me off so much about women like her. I really want to say some other things, but I don't want to get banned. But you need to stop. In about 5 years from now, she gonna be crying because this shit is only gonna last so long. You only got a certain shelf life living like that, ladies. It's a certain amount of time before the well run dry. It's only a certain amount of time before the ground just dries up and no more fruits. All fruits right? Nada. It don't happen. It ain't growing. I don't give a fuck how much you till the dirt. It's dead. It's out of there. It's patooey. It's out the wheel. is out of there. Striker. All that. Knock it the fuck off. Just bum bitch behavior, man.
Lower it a little bit. I said, hey, yo, what's up, shorty? Can I get $100? Once again, I'm met with resistance. Like, why y'all can't just give me what the fuck I asked for? This is why this is losing. This is why y'all losing. This is why other races of men is doing better. Because when I ask another man of another ethnicity for some money, he gives it to me. He doubles it. He triples it. He quadruples it. He kisses my feet. He brings me peace. He takes me out. He flies me out. I don't have those issues. This is why black men are losing.
Man, stop lying.
If you paint houses, right, and you go to an area that is always in need of your services, that's the area you're going to stay at. Every time you go to this area, there's always a house in need of your services. Always. Never fails. Never fails. You always stay in business. You're able to continue with your business. If you have employees, you're able to pay them. You're able to buy materials. You're able to keep the ship running. Why? Because this area is the area that keeps you employed. So would it make sense to go to an area where they never in need of your services? Matter of fact, every time you go there, there's never no work there for you. So why would you be in that area in the first place? You wouldn't be there. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Every time I go here, there's houses that are already painted and they never need my services, or they just don't want my services. So why would I go there knowing what the circumstances there? It doesn't make sense, because I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go there. It is not financially feasible for me to go there. It doesn't make sense. That's how you know she's all cap, because if there's other races of men that is giving you money, that is giving you gifts, why are you going to the men that are not giving you anything? Because it's not happening. Because it's not happening. Why you're not cuffed? Why you're not taken care of? Why you're not over there? Why you're not with Brad? Because it's a lie. It's a lie. And you know it's a lie because you keep getting rejected by black men, and you keep asking. You keep asking, hoping that a black man will give you what you want. That's why you keep asking, because you're hoping one would give you something. And it's not happening. Because if Brad, Hector, or any other race of men was doing this, she wouldn't be over there. It's a lose-lose situation. That's how we know it's all cap. That's how we know it's a lie. It's just common sense, man. This is just common sense. But you see this image? This is their image. This is their national image. National image. Begging. Begging all the time. How you going up to men that you don't know asking for money and then get mad when they tell you to scram? Beat it.
Because they are entitled, and unfortunately, the simps of the world then made them that way. The simps of the world has given them an out where they feel that they can do that to any man that come across them that wants to get attention from these women. It is an epidemic, and it's a sad thing that these men have done for that to happen. I understand that some men got it like that. I understand that some men would so-called be tricks and trick it off like that. I understand. You're gonna always have your trick ass niggas. Always. It's never gonna stop. But until we really get some kind of gumption about ourselves and really think about what we're doing and how it goes across the board, and now a lot of these women, I'm not saying all, but a lot of these women feel that that's the only way they're going to give these men attention. That's the only way that they feel that these men is worth their time. That's the only way that these women feel that they're going to drop it like it's hot for them. So, I mean, we're really talking about a more of a modernized, S-working style. It's just modernized now. It's internet style. It's this perception that's going on with this modern society now. Everything is so easily to be accessed and accessed. That all you need is the money. And if they're not scamming you, you might get the service. But men, you need to understand something. Sometimes you tricking off this money, you're not going to get what you pay for. So you need to stop. Especially that online shit. Just don't do it. They're not about to. Man, look, unless you some high profile athlete, singer, actor, don't shit like that, they ain't coming for you. Yes, you piss it in the wind, man. Like real talk. Oh, send me 500 on Cash App, and so I can prepare for gas and the travel and to go out your way, and give me the address where you're gonna be at, and I'll be there. And your dumb ass is sending that 500. You know what's gonna happen after that? Your ass gonna get blocked. Imagine her doing that. Imagine her being able to get away with that in a day 5 times. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, $2,500. Imagine if she can get 5 suckers a day to spend $500 on. That's $2,500 a day. And I'm just saying for 5 days. Huh? This is what we doing, brothers? You tricking off your hard-earned money for a promise? A promise. Hell, some of y'all even trick off that money for a motherfucker that you take out to an expensive restaurant. And they don't give you what anything. They play you. I'm telling y'all. And yeah, and I ain't never promoted the Passport Bros or all that other shit, man. You need to start traveling out. Start traveling out. Go to other places. Go to other countries. Get your passport. I'm not a passport bro, but yeah, I do advocate for you to get out and experience other things in life. But anyway, let's go.
But like I said black men are tired of this. Social media is their biggest downfall because it shows exactly who they are. And it helps me out a lot when if you've been around for a while, you know that I said this plenty of times. I said, hey, black men are tired of talking to them, are tired of trying to start a dialogue, a conversation, especially through social media, because the first thing they go to, hey, good morning, how you doing? How's your day? And what's the response? Here's the Cash App. They'll send a Cash App link. Bums, man. Bums. They didn't ask for any buns. They didn't ask for any top. They just said, good morning. How you doing? How's your day? Cash App. And dudes are tired of that. So what are dudes starting to do? They're starting to say, you know what? It's a wrap. It's a Rizzy. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this. Begging, I got to give you for what? And first of all, stop asking for that because we know what's the going rate for some buns. It's been the same. It's 220s and a Charleston Chew. 220s and a Charleston Chew, man. It's always been that. $40 for some buns with a Charleston Chew, maybe a Laffy Taffy. Nothing more, nothing less. The 40 ball has been the same for years. And now brothers are starting to look at that 40 ball and think, maybe we're overpaying. Maybe we overpay. Might drop this down to a 20 ball. But they always begging, man. They always begging. How you walking down the street and you mad because brothers are rejecting you? They saying no. First of all, let's keep it a buck. She's not fire. She's like a 3.5. 3.5. You're not hot. There's nothing special about what's going on with you. You got a face full of makeup, cake batter. Got the wig with the cake batter on. I mean, so even if they were simps, they still wasn't going based off of your looks. So you're down bad in the looks department, and you're asking for something that you're not getting. You're just upset. That's all. You're just upset because nobody is checking for this. And that's what it is. That nobody's checking for this. Asking, begging, want money for nothing. Yeah, that sounds like Keisha. Before I end the video, I just wanted to show y'all this. Look at the caption. Well, if I can get 60,000 people to cash at me $5, I can buy a home for my family at 8. This is begging on another level, man. How you asking total strangers? You asking tens of thousands of people to cash app you money. Go get a job. Go get a career. Go get a skill set. Stop begging. How you just
but they can't help but to do that, AC, because as much as they want to say that they're so independent, not all, but a majority of the women out here in today's time, they just can't do it. They claim they can, But in reality, they can't. They need the provision of a man. They need the protection of a man. They need the covering of a man. They need the structuring of a man. They need all that of a man. The right man, not just a man or a male. There's a difference. There's males and there's men. Which one are you? Are you a male or are you a man? There is a big difference. Just like there's a woman and there's a lady. It's a big difference. How society has gotten, how social media has gotten, where all these people think, oh, I can get rich just doing all this whatever content online. And that's fine because hell, I'm online doing content. But I'm doing it for a different reason. I'm not doing it just to talk like to try to go viral. I can care less about going viral. If I do go viral for a live stream or a video or a short, hey, God bless. I'm glad that you enjoyed what I put out. But if I'm not giving you anything to take with you, to build you and to help you in your future endeavors, then I'm not doing the right thing. You know, I'm not here to do celebrity gossip. I'm not here to give false narratives of shit. I'm not here to do any of that. All I'm trying to do is to teach the right way. You know, give good commentary, and hopefully you learn something behind it. You understand? But with that being said, hey, check it out, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. I appreciate all those that have made y'all comments. I appreciate everyone that's doing what they do. I appreciate anybody that wants to subscribe. I can't really see who's newly subscribed, if you subscribe with me or not. Hopefully some of you guys do like, share, and subscribe because, you know, I need the engagement. Definitely need the engagement. It's always a blessing to have newer people come into the Black Bottom Roscast. But I'm going to wrap it up. I've done as much as I can do tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everyone has a great remainder of the week. And like always, you know, like my man Simple P always used to say, I hope you live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, definitely tune in to the Black Bottom Roscast. Hit me up on my email at blackbottomroscast@gmail.com. I'm your host, Ross Lee, and we are